project really actually is, besides all the other things about Jhoolas and Jhoolewala and children, is that it's an attempt to push the boundaries of design. What can designers do for society? What can we do with the processes that we use, with the thoughts that we have, with the skills that we have? Can we really help people around us? Can we change the world around us? Can we understand it? Can we appreciate it? And can we communicate its beauty to other people?
मेरा नाम हीरालाल है, मैं प्रतापगढ़ से आया हूँ। मैं आया था नौकरी के चक्कर से, मैंने नौकरी किया गैस चूल्हे से, फिर भी मुझे प्रॉफिट नहीं समझ में आया। मैंने उसका काम छोड़ कर मैंने खुद सोचा कि मैं अपना मालिक बन जाऊँ झूले का। झूले बनवाया, झूले से मुझे फ़ायदा हुआ, अभी तक मैं झूले के मालिक हूँ।
When we take a look at this Jhoola, we realize that there are 4 forces at play which are affecting the existence of the Jhoola. The first and the most important one is the Jhoolewala. He is the facilitator of play when it comes to the Jhoola. The second one are the children themselves, because without them the Jhoola would cease to exist. They are the consumers, they are the people who use the Jhoola. The third are the parents, they are the buyers of this service. Without that trust and confidence, the Jhoolewala will not earn any money. And the fourth, which is somewhat abstract concept, and that is the city itself. How does the Jhoola interact with the city while it's working with the Jhoolewala, the children and the parents? And the forces of the city are really, really important, because they are the ones which will decide if the Jhoolewala stay in Delhi or not. It is evident from the moment one sees a Jhoola at work that it is a uniquely Indian contraption. While there is no clear historical evidence for the Jhoola we see today, it is clear that it was born for the city streets. The dynamic tension between the Jhoola and the city are evident. Bleating horns, irate pedestrians, excited children and impatient parents all welcome the Jhoola as it snakes through traffic every day. Mobile Jhoolas in India are of 3 types: the giant wheel, the merry-go-round, and the roundabout cars. Ownership and control of these Jhoolas are organic functions of the loosely structured community of the Jhoolewalas. The threads that connect the community are professional, but tinted with shades of family and friendship. A typical day trip of the Jhoola is a mix of old haunts, new explorations, disappointments, and the occasional bounty, of course. I think designing for children is just so hard. It's hard because if you ever see children play, you'll see that they don't really care about how well a product is made. They don't care who sells it. All they care about is how well they can play with it. And it's that search for purity, and I think the right word is authenticity, that really just challenges designers to design for children. And that's what we're having such a hard time with now. Jhoola is fascinating because it reverses the traditional relationships between the child and the play facility. Here indeed is a playground that literally comes to the child. Is there any doubt then of the joy and wonder that it evokes within the child?
The design process for this project was designed to be in participation with the stakeholders.
We need to provide them with a sustainable profession. Because right now they're seasonal, they go home to farm 3 months in a year, they don't really treat it as a full-time occupation. We need to change that. In addition to the other brand promises that a brand Jhoola must make, for example, making sure the children have a better play environment, making sure parents feel safe, making sure that the colony looks better and the city looks better, we need to worry about one aspect, and that is of identity. Can these Jhoolewala's retain the certain identity they have retained for so long? And can we give them a new modern identity which does not break the tradition and yet fulfills the needs of modern people? और ये गांव में चलता है आजकल?
यहाँ गांव में तो गांव है
छोटे शहर में लाइक दिल्ली, हरियाणा या फिर
हाँ तो झूले हर जगह हैं
हाँ।
लेकिन मालूम है कोई स्थान नहीं। वो ऐसा है ना ड्रेस जो है ना ऐसा करो मतलब चेंज करा दो, जैसे कराओगे वैसे हो जाएगा। ऐसे
उससे कुछ फर्क पड़ता है, लेकिन अगर आप ड्रेस पहन के कॉलोनी में जाए तो
ऐसा है जरूर फर्क पड़ेगा। कोई भी ड्रेस पहना दो या अब तो ड्रेस ऐसे चले, स्पाइडरमैन हो गया, मिक्की माउस हो गया, इसमें बच्चे इकट्ठे होंगे, मतलब इससे ज़्यादा क्या होता है आगे पीछे आएंगे, बच्चे ज़्यादा आएंगे। मतलब ऐसे आप अगर जैसे झूला चलाओ या कहीं भी बोल दो मतलब आप ये काम करो, वो काम करने पर ऐसा रहेगा कि मतलब आपको मतलब बच्चे भी ज़्यादा आएंगे, थोड़ा सा मतलब सीन जो है आपकी सीन जो है थोड़ा सा मतलब अदली बदली रहेगी।
डब्बा काम करते हैं, चल मैं बैठ जाता हूँ। हाँ चल।
कांटे वाला बात आ गई।
Good design can only evolve from an honest inquiry into context. And one of the ways to nurture that is to think in terms of the actual experience of using products and services. That is the only way to make things better, and in this case, more fun.
One of the most important things a designer really needs to do and think about is how to understand what he's designing and whom he's designing for. One of the ways we do it is something called empathic modeling, where we try and actually use the product we're trying to design. So in this case, I'm trying to swing in the Jhoola, and once I do it, I understand how the Jhoola works. I also understand the kind of pleasure that children derive from this Jhoola, and based on that, we're going to do some work, go back and brainstorm.
A critical part of any design project is an understanding of the physicality of the products in question. A part of our project was directed at studying the Jhoola for what it already was. We sought to read its natural evolution through its web of material, process, function, form, ornamentation, detail, and color.